All right, let's get started here finally.
No more heroes, it's Kira the King who catch on nobody but yourself, nothing less to do.
Travis, it's kill or be killed.
All right, appreciate you guys waiting through that entire starting soon screen. Follow home is crazy. What's up, Rayvon? Like I was saying before, appreciate you guys waiting through that starting soon screen. Today is December 1st, new month, new opportunities, which means today is Monday, which also means a new mental health discussion and some more gaming news today. And I know I'm late as hell. I meant to start the stream 40 minutes earlier, but I was doing some things with some lighting and waiting on a package and also doing a bunch of last minute things. But here we are, you know, not perfect, still trying to do the things we should be doing, getting everything that I can to get accomplished in such a short span of time. That's like part of being a streamer, is making sure everything doesn't explode when everything is always on fire and burning at any given time and breaking any moment, any possible moment. Having a bunch of things you just didn't plan for that you're just reacting to dynamically and organically. So one of the fun parts about being a streamer, it's also one of the worst parts about being a streamer, especially if you're trying to stick to a schedule. And I think that kind of ties into what we're going to be talking about today. Because for our mental health discussion, I just wanted to talk about how life isn't just one big change. You're not going to magically wake up, well, for most people at least, you're not going to magically wake up and be able to fix all your problems with just one thing. A majority of the time, it's much more in a realistic way where you have to go through and make a change little by little to different aspects of your life, whether that's your personality, your physical health, or mental. Just maybe your relationships with other people in your life and those around you, or even those at work. It's one big continuous journey where you have to do a lot of things over time to make your life better over time, which is what I wanted to talk about today and what kind of brought us to this discussion. Because everybody says consistency is key, but you could also be doing things consistently horribly. You could also be doing things consistently badly. If you're doing negative things consistently, you're going to have constant negative outcomes. Versus if you're doing things in a positive manner consistently, you're a lot more likely to have good outcomes. I'm not going to say just because you do the right things, the best things will happen to you. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say just because you work hard, you're automatically going to be successful. No. The key is putting yourself in that position to be successful by doing the right things constantly over an abnormal amount of time. And knowing who you are so that if you're doing those things, nobody can come in and tell you, oh, hey, this is who you are, this is what you're doing, which can end up throwing you off. I say that to say if you're someone who draws a lot and makes a lot of pieces of work, whether or not they're good or bad, doesn't matter the quality. The fact is that you do it consistently. You're still considered an artist. You don't have to be good to be considered an artist. The same way you could be a boxer with a record like 0-16 or something like that, or a journeyman. You know, you don't have to be Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones Jr., or Oscar De La Hoya. You don't have to be a great to be a boxer. The same way you don't have to be a Picasso or a Van Gogh or a Basquiat or anything like that to be considered an artist. You didn't say you were a good artist. You didn't say you were a great artist. You don't have to do something revolutionary. You can be somebody who just makes Newgrounds animations all day, which a lot of those would end up being fire. And you would still be considered like an animator or an artist in that regard. You don't have to be entering competitions to be a bodybuilder. You know, I'm not saying you have to go and do all these grand things, but what I mean when I say all this stuff is a lot of the times we end up not wanting to call ourselves certain things if we can't show a type of success or some type of money gain from it, right? Where either you or somebody else you may know may have that image in their head where if you're an artist, or let's take streaming for example, right? A lot of people who watch me are streamers, and being a streamer, I can have this like one-on-one insight where if someone asks you if you're a streamer or a content creator and maybe the last time you put out a video, it got 5 views, 10 views, or maybe even no views, you may feel less inclined to tell people you're a streamer or a content creator or that you make videos. You might feel like you have to meet a certain milestone or check mark in your brain before you're able to tell anybody about what you do. If you tell someone, like, for instance, well, let's take you play football or basketball or anything, and you don't think you're that great of a player, and you may not want to invite people out to come watch your games, like family or friends, because you might feel embarrassed if you don't perform well to their expectations, especially if you've been doing something like this for a long time. If you've been drawing for 5 years but feel like you don't have that type of ability and talent that directly correlates with the amount of work you put in, you might feel less discouraged to tell people about it. You might be like, oh yeah, I mean, I draw every now and then, I box every now and then, or it's not something I'm taking too seriously. You're already downgrading yourself and putting yourself in that box to try and lessen the blow of somebody being disappointed in you because you don't feel like you're performing up to their expectations they have in their mind of what you should be. Yo, how do you pronounce it? Is it I don't want to like butcher your name. You said, am I filming YouTube? This could be a video later, but I'm kind of just streaming in the moment. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Gino, that's what you go by? Okay. Welcome in, Gino. Kind of something that could turn into a video, kind of something that may or may not be one later. Still deciding. Trying to see if I can get like a message across of my thoughts and my habits and what I'm trying to put, what's in my mind, I'm trying to put out there in the world. which is such a hard thing to do, right? Because like I said earlier, when you're in that mode of editing content, you're in that mode of doing this one thing that you're trying to get good at. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Fan Army. Appreciate that, Gino. But as I was saying, when you're in that mode, you're constantly making content, you're constantly doing things, and whether it's drawing, exercising, doing something where you may not be satisfied with the amount of work you're putting into versus the amount of stuff you're getting back. Which of course, that's never the reason you want to hop into something. These are all hobbies really that just happen to be monetizable. And that's the thing I also think a lot of people get caught up in essentially, where if you're doing a hobby or you're doing something for a certain amount of time, you think that you're supposed to receive some level of success from it, but that's not the case. The world unfortunately does not owe us anything. It's just because you've been maybe creating content 10, 5, 8, 2 years. Somebody could start tomorrow and then immediately blow up and be so much more successful than you ever were. It's just the way things go. Some people may learn things in such a shorter span of time compared to when you started and when you happen to be doing things. And that's part of improvement as well. Just because you've been doing something for 10 years doesn't mean it's hopeless, doesn't mean that you haven't learned anything. I'd say though, if you've been doing something for the last 10 years, you haven't noticed any improvement or any growth, it might be time to either do some heavy self-reflection and see why that is. But if you can't come up with like an answer or something to move forward from that, I think it's also just as important to realize when maybe you have to throw in the towel. Don't get me wrong, hard work does pay dividends for a lot of different things, and it's good to have that sense of discipline and pride in what you do. But you just want to be careful because you never want to be in that situation where you're constantly trying to do something you're bad at because you don't want to give up, whereas you might be really good at something else instead off rip. I think that's the part of these discussions a lot of people miss. You may have all the willpower and discipline in the world, but if you're robbing yourself of what you're naturally good at and using all that discipline and effort to be good at something that you have no skills in, the reward, the reward and work ethic are not going to balance out with each other. If you're constantly just putting in time and time and time and effort and energy, and it's something that's just not working out, hey, you know, it may be time to just hang it up and go on to do something else. There is growth in failure. You always have an opportunity to do something different, whether that's 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. There are some Twitch streamers that are elderly, that are probably more popular than you and I ever will be. People way older than us, people way younger than us. You know, how many kids have you seen on Minecraft just blow up their YouTube channel and then you see the channel grow up with them? or people who got popping when they were teenagers. There's people like, if I remember from like the older example, the grandma who was always playing Skyrim. She blew up. She recently just had to take a step back, I think in the last year or two though, just because too many people got way too toxic and kept trying to backseat gamer. But anyways, that's besides the point. She made it. She did something. Whether it's you being 15 years old, 20, 30, 40, that's what I mean when I say all that. It's just the fact that there's no timeline to any of this. You could be one of those people that's like, oh, hey, if I don't make it in 2 years or 2 months or 3 weeks, hey, I got to call it there. And that's perfectly fine. There's also nothing wrong with doing any of this part-time because that's what they're supposed to be, are just hobbies. The moment you start adding expectations in there of how much money you're going to make, how successful you're going to be, it becomes a dangerous game you're playing because you might spiral down and it becomes demotivating if you're not getting the amount of reward you thought you would be for the amount of work you put in. It is one of the most thankless jobs out there, I believe, for the people who do this full time. Because for some people, they're only as good as their last video, but also you have people who are fortunate enough to build a body of work because they realize what their niche was, what they're really good at, and they enjoy it. They have passion for when that enjoyment isn't there. For when those moments where you're like, I don't really want to do this today. I'm not really feeling like editing. I'm not really feeling like editing. I'm not really feeling like recording this content. I'm not really feeling like turning on the camera. I don't want to stream. I don't want to do this gaming news. I don't want to cook. I don't want to do this subathon. I don't want to talk to anybody. Those days do come. And it's a very important part of realizing that everybody, while it's okay to have these wants and want better for yourself, it's also important to be very realistic and grounded in what it is that you want to do and what your capabilities are and how much you can emotionally commit to something. Because that's something not a lot of people talk about as well, the amount of emotional commitment this stuff takes. Do you have the ability to sit there and let someone honestly critique your work? I'm not talking about people who are just dogpiling on you and, you know, shitting on you, who just want to be there to kick someone while they're down. No, I'm talking about the people who want to see you succeed and want to help you, but they're also not going to sugarcoat their words for you. I don't mean the people who are, you know, claim they're being blunt, but really they're just being assholes. I mean the people who may be blunt, but also offer you some way, what's the word for it, to improve your work and what do you do? Like that's the thing. Do you have the humility to sit there and watch somebody as they critique your work and tell you what it is that you did and what you did right and what you did wrong? You say, how can I do the beep on live stream? It's a Go XLR. It's an audio interface that I have for an effect. It's one of the things that comes with it when you buy it. But again, I'm not saying this from a place of like, I'm holier than thou, or I'm at a level because that you guys are not or won't reach, or I have a giant level of success, because I don't. I don't. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the most successful streamer or that I know everything that I'm talking about. I just try to give people a little bit of advice that helped me. And also advice that you may hear often, but maybe stated in a different way. Maybe, what's the word for it? Constructed and changed slightly to be a little more realistic and down to earth. Because I want to be as motivational as the next person, but I don't believe in blind optimism. I believe it's important to have hope, to realize that you can achieve something greater, but also that not everybody's going to make it. And not everybody can follow that level of commitment because of our outside responsibilities and external factors in life that you're going through. Not everybody has the time after coming back from like maybe a 16, 12-hour shift and stuff like that to just sit in front of a camera and talk to people. Everybody who maybe has an audience but just can't put out the content fast enough to compete with everybody in their niche. Hell, like I started to stream 30, 40 minutes late today. So now I have to go a lot quicker than what I normally would, and I don't have as much time to like kind of yap and do what I do and stuff like that, you know. It's just these different things that we have to constantly keep in mind about what we're doing, what we're interacting with, and using our time wisely, which I know, right? The guy who's 40 minutes late saying use your time wisely. But I think the most important part of this is being cool and knowing who you are, because it is such an underrated aspect of life, knowing who you are, what you do, what you're capable of, because there are a lot of people who don't know that. which means they can be steered in any direction, and somebody else could come along and be like, oh, hey, you're really good at this. You should do this. It becomes very easy to put a person like that in a box and tell them what they should be doing because they don't know what they should be doing. So they could be completely talented and completely fine doing one thing. It could be goated at it, could be great at it, but they just don't know because they haven't done it yet. Or either they were really good, but they let somebody else steer them in the wrong direction because they took what they said to heart and didn't really think for themselves because they needed that external validation. That's why it's so important. And you're a lot happier that way, knowing who you are, because it becomes that much harder for somebody to come and get you out of character. Somebody to come rile you up and be like, oh, you know, you ain't shit, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. You're not as big as this person. You're not as big as that person. You don't have this amount of money in your bank account. You don't wear these types of clothes. You know, that you're wearing Nike Techs. This person's wearing a quarter zip. That kind of thing. It can be all over the place. It can be demotivating. It can be uninspiring. But I really say all this to say that whatever it is that you like doing, whether it's part-time or full-time, whether it's a hobby or a job, if you're drawing, no matter how good the drawings are, recognize the fact that you're still an artist. If you're a content creator, doesn't matter how many views you're getting, doesn't matter if you're monetized or not. If you're making videos, if you're creating content and putting it out there, you're a content creator. You don't have to be good. In fact, it's okay to be bad. Everybody starts off bad at one thing at one point. And then you just develop it, cultivate it, and get better as you go along. Same thing in life. If you have a horrible job, but you have some type of time in a day where maybe you want to relax, maybe you might have to use that time to gain some skills to get a better job potentially. And hopefully by that point we have a better market for you to actually get a better job in. Nobody says this is easy because it's not. But it is a lot simpler than most people would think. It is indeed a lot simpler than most people would think. Which is unfortunate for us because if you're someone like me, the more simple something is, the more you like to overcomplicate it. The more you think, oh, it can't be that easy. Granted, it's not easy. But it is simple. If you ask anybody, take them aside, ask them, what can you do to improve your content? Or what can you do to improve your life slightly at this moment right now? They might have a general idea or some type of answer for you, and then the next thing coming out their mouth, but I can't because if I had more time, I would. If I could, you know, you get the point. It's that voice in our head that stops us from taking risks. But unfortunately with life, if you don't take a risk in some way, shape, or form, you're not going to get anywhere. Unfortunately. Not to where you want to be. You might be in a better spot, yeah, but to that spot you want to be, that person you want to be, that room of people you want to be in, that recognition you want, you have to take a risk. You have to do something different. It's going to get scary. You have to do something you're not comfortable with doing. And that's the point. That's where you grow. That's where you improve. That's where you thrive. If you're someone who goes to the gym constantly and works out the same muscles with the same weight, the same areas, not only is that counterproductive, but you're not going to grow. You're just going to maintain where you're at. Got to put some more weight on the bar. Got to run a little longer. Maybe I got to do some jump rope with some weighted jump rope. Might have to sprint a little further. Might have to try out a few more edits in that video. Might have to try that one perspective when you're drawing that you're not good at. Might have to finally get around to learning how to draw hands. It's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things, but I guarantee you, if you're doing something, these small adjustments, these small little improvements, pushing that fine line just a couple inches further, after a few years, after a few weeks, after a few months, maybe even a few days, you'll start to notice a difference. Or maybe other people around you will notice that difference first before you will, because if it's so minor and so minute, if you just sit there and lock in for a few months, other people are going to notice way quicker than you do. Unless you're actively tracking your progress. Give yourself a couple small goals, then leading up into one big goal. You know, if you're someone who wants to lose weight, figure out how to do that. Whether it might be your diet, figure out what's holding you back first and foremost. Whether it's a diet thing, a discipline thing, maybe the amount of workouts you're doing. Maybe you're not working out enough. Maybe you're working out a little too much. Maybe you're putting on too much muscle. and you just need to do a little more cardio and a little less weightlifting. Same thing with life, or same thing with content creation. If people aren't watching your videos, like me, if people aren't watching my videos, it would be I have to set aside the time to actually go back and look at and review certain things. Is it the thumbnail? Is it the beginning? Are there not enough effects? Are there not enough camera cuts? Am I just sitting here talking to people? Are there too many pauses? Is there too much dead air? Same thing in most things. If you want to get better at something, figure out what it is that's holding you back, and figure out what it is that you can do. Because some people do have a limit. You can't be the best at everything. Some people are only good at one thing, if anything. Some people never find the thing that they're good at, which is truly a shame. But don't be afraid to try out new things. Don't be afraid to become the person that you need to be, that you want to be, because it's going to require doing something different. You might have to leave your whole friend group that you have right now behind, because it's full of bad habits and people who don't want to grow and people who don't want to change. Which I've seen happen to other people. Some of my best friends now, like people I'm close with, have come from other groups of people where they were hanging out and just things weren't going the way they should have been going. People were complacent where they were. They stayed where they were. They didn't want to improve. They didn't want to do anything different. Just wanted to smoke and drink all day. You know, here and there, do you. It's fine. You know, everything in moderation, that's okay. But the moment that becomes all you do and you're not doing anything to change or improve or grow even a little bit, that's when you need to take a look in the mirror and be like, what are you doing? Where do you want to be? What is it that you want to do? Who do you want to become? Are you happy with who you are? Because if you're happy with who you are, you know, none of anything I'm saying is going to matter today. But if you're someone who wants to make a change and someone who notices consistently that, hey, I got a problem, I really got to get off the couch and, you know, do something different, you're the one I'm talking to. And again, I've been guilty of a lot of this stuff too. I'm someone who, I'm not going to shame somebody for struggling. I'm not going to shame somebody for not immediately being good at something. I'm not going to be like, oh, you know, how could you just sit there and do this all day? Like, no, I get it. Not everybody is born with the same deck of cards and the same opportunities. If they were, the world would be a better place. Some people have things they have to deal with. Some people have seasonal depression, chronic depression, clinical depression. Some people have PTSD from what they've dealt with growing up in life, just around their neighborhood. And different factors, like different things from dealing with their parents, from friends, or unfortunate encounters if you have with strangers on the streets. It's just one of those things where you could be doing everything that you possibly should be doing. But if you're constantly being sabotaged from the people around you and your environment, that's another thing too. It's just you have so many working factors going against you. Which is why I tell people, like, anything that you can do, do it. But that's where the risk comes in. Especially if you're an environment that doesn't want to see you thrive. You have to take a risk then if you want things to be different. You can't play it safe. You absolutely cannot play it safe. Do what's best for you and for the people around you. That's all anybody can ask of you. If not for the people around you, because that might even be a little much for some people, do what's best for you. And just become the person that you think you should be. If other people on the same page as you, you might notice there's a difference being made in your community. Or your immediate friend group, or your immediate family. Or it might be the crabs in a barrel mentality, because like I said, not everybody in your community, not everybody in your immediate circle wants to see you succeed. Which is why you might have to leave. Again, not easy, but it is simple. But that's going to be the majority of our mental health discussion today. I hope this helps somebody out there. I hope you guys just gives you a little more insight, or help, at the very least helps you think about your situations different. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to come off preachy or like I'm talking down to anyone. There's just stuff I needed to hear growing up. And stuff I should have paid more attention to when I was younger. That all being said, let me sit up here. Like I said, we're going to get in this gaming news. And again, it is the 1st of December on a Monday. All right, let's get into it. All right, so GTA 6 footage has leaked again. I know if you're working at Rockstar, you gotta be like,
Oh shit. Here we go again.
so in between allegedly firing employees for possibly starting a union, discussing starting a union, and then saying it was for gross misconduct, in between delaying the game twice, I think at this point, right? Having one leak already, then having to go in and tighten up security more so that there isn't as many leaks. GTA 6 development footage leaks online again before being scrubbed from the internet, but it didn't reveal much at all. We've even seen part of it before in an official screenshot, apparently. So it wasn't much gameplay, but there is more gameplay leaking, seeing that more people are trying to put stuff out there about this game. Since it got delayed to the next year, people are going feral for this game since we've been waiting for it for so long. People want more GTA 6. People want to see this game. They want to experience this game. This game, I don't think you can understate the hype. Because the last game came out on a PS3 and a 360. Went through the PS4 and the Xbox One. And now it's on the PS5, the Xbox Series S and X, PC, and pretty much any platform. I don't know if it's on the Switch for sure. But this game, GTA 5 has people in the chokehold is what I'm trying to say. So this is why people are trying to get any news possible about this game, because you cannot understate the size of this game and how big it is and how much people are excited for it. They want this game in their hands. They are going feral for this game, like I said before. Going forward though, Grand Theft Auto 6 work in progress development footage appeared online over the weekend before it was scrubbed from the internet. But while Rockstar's hotly anticipated sequel has suffered substantial and damaging leaks in the past, this latest leak is anything but. Eagle-eyed leak hunters uncovered an animation reel uploaded to Vimeo by the developer who's been working on a number of Rockstar games. In it were 3 snippets of development footage apparently showing GTA 6. As you'd expect, the video was pulled from Vimeo, but the internet noticed, and so the GTA 6 clips are doing the rounds. There are 3 separate clips, each brief and showing animations on what looks like a test map. The first shows a male character removing and inserting a bike into a rental bike track. We see the word lawn bike on the frame of the bike, which is probably a parody of real-life line bike rental bicycles. No big surprise there for GTA 6. And we even saw this bike rental system in an official GTA 6 screenshot released by Rockstar earlier this year. Oh, they said it's in this screenshot here, the bottom middle. Oh, yeah. But the other 2 similarly brief clips show a female character, presumably Lucia, getting out of the back of a pickup truck in various stages. Again, nothing to write home about. In truth, these very brief animation clips do hint about what we can expect from GTA 6 when it eventually comes out, but they tell us nothing we didn't already know. And of course, you'll be able to rent bikes in GTA 6. It was right there in the screenshot above, and of course, you'll be able to jump off of a pickup truck. This is GTA 6 we're talking about. And let's remember that when you're actually playing GTA 6, you'll see these animations in finished form, wonderfully detailed and high quality as you expect from Rockstar. This real leak comes hot on the heels of a viral AI-generated GTA 6 gameplay leak whose creator claim was all part of a social experiment. For those who don't know, when that gameplay leaked, Google was constantly recommending that to people as if it was a real GTA 6 trailer, which is the craziest thing about it. But in lieu of Rockstar's GTA 6 trailer 3, fans are certainly on edge. We've got plenty more on GTA 6 in the meantime, including how the internet reacted to the GTA 6 delay, and why it's no surprise it was delayed in the first place. I think that's pretty on brand and on character for Rockstar. I believe Red Dead Redemption 2 also was delayed. I can't remember fully if GTA 5 was delayed as well, but they usually release their games around the holiday season anyway, which is why I would have been so surprised that GTA 6 was coming out in the summer. I believe it's coming out in November now. Still so weird though. I've always hated leaking culture and that aspect of gaming as a whole, unfortunately, when it comes to dropping screenshots and dropping things we're not supposed to see. Because like when it comes to leaked gameplay that people are working on, like we saw what happened with Insomniac games, right? Where people leaked the Spider-Man project they were working on, the Wolverine game, and tons and tons of other stuff because they didn't pay the hackers the ransom they wanted, and people were just for some reason clowning gameplay from a game that wasn't finished. Like when Wolverine got leaked, people were like, "Oh, this game looks awful, looks terrible. It doesn't even look like Wolverine." I'm like, "Yeah, that's because we're not supposed to be seeing it yet, dumbass." That's the whole point. They got mad that a game that wasn't finished yet looked like it was underdeveloped, which is why I hate stuff like this so much. It's like, yeah, it's cool to be informed, but data mining and then going through and finding leaks and stuff like that just sucks. But I just wanted to tell people about it just to like inform them that like this happened again, to show how much people were waiting to see more about this game. That being said, we do have another leak, which is from Dead Rising, apparently. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Dead Rising franchise. So after the first two, after 3 came out, the series was kind of a little bit on a decline because we did have spinoffs, we did have more games. But after 3 and 4 came out, the series was kind of put on ice for a while because those two didn't do particularly well. I believe Dead Rising being one of the earlier titles to come out on the original Xbox One, the Xbox One. And now apparently a new leak has revealed that a brand new Dead Rising game is on the way. It could be taking a trip to Hollywood with the series' first protagonist, Frank West. If true, it would be the first new mainline Dead Rising game since 2016's Dead Rising 4, which was met with middling reviews and poor sales. Now, although a remaster of the original Dead Rising was released last year, the series has largely been on hiatus for almost a decade now. Despite this, rumors of a Dead Rising reboot first surfaced in 2023, but little came of them until now. Many assumed that Dead Rising was dead and buried, but Capcom as a publisher has never been afraid to revisit popular franchises and bring them back to life after long breaks. 12-year gap between Dragon's Dogma and its 2024 sequel is just one recent example of this. And considering how successful Dead Rising once was, it wouldn't be a surprise to see Capcom give it another shot. Now, according to a new report from MP First, a new Dead Rising game is currently in the works at Capcom. Not a remaster or remake like last year's entry, but a full new mainline game featuring Dead Rising 1 and 4 protagonist Frank West. The report claims the game is codenamed Wreck and may be a direct sequel to the first game in the series. How it connects to Dead Rising 4 is unknown. MP First also says that Frank's return also brings with it his iconic camera for taking pictures, a series staple at this point. The good news is that Frank will have plenty to take pictures of because MP First's report claims that newer Dead Rising game will be set in Hollywood. More specifically, an enclosed movie studio lot where an extravagant and deranged film director forces the protagonist to take part in trials, which will aid the director in filming a movie. If correct, the report suggests that this title will make great use of its Hollywood setting with Dead Rising survivors appearing in the form of actors who are hiding away following a zombie outbreak. The mechanic of rescuing survivors is another Dead Rising staple, so it's good to hear that it's planned for return here. All in all, it seems the game is well placed to embrace the series' identity. MP First also believes that Dead Rising psychopaths will make a return as minions sent by the director. An interesting detail raised by the report is that Frank saves one of the director's key minions early in the game, who is then tasked with filming everything while having a bomb strapped to his body. Dead Rising doesn't need to reinvent the wheel in order to be a success. Long-term fans of the series just want more of the wacky tone that earlier games set, and if Capcom can deliver that, then it's an exciting prospect. However, fans shouldn't expect the new Dead Rising release anytime soon, as it's still a considerable distance away. Now, assuming the Hollywood movie lot setting is correct, it would be right in line with the series' history. The first game was set in a Dawn of the Dead style shopping mall, while the sequel featured a similar environment. However, Dead Rising 3 and 4 took a much more open world approach, which wasn't massively popular with fans. The idea of an enclosed movie set really sounds like a return to the series' roots of smaller spaces with more detail. This will allow for the return of Dead Rising staple time limit mechanic, which MP First claims this upcoming game plans to feature. Now, I know that will be exciting for long-term fans and also other people who want to get into it, maybe not so much. Because I noticed, like, for instance, if you wanted to do certain boss battles, if you wanted to have certain events to partake in and explore and go do certain things, you were always on a time limit before the government would come in, nuke everything, kill everybody, cover it up, and then leave. Which was one of the most nail-biting parts of it, adrenaline-inducing parts of it, which is both a great and a bad thing because it was really interesting to go around and find different things. Like, we had different weapons, different outfits, secret encounters to find, secret survivors to save, different rewards to get, different abilities, combo weapons, stuff you could find. But you were also in such a strict time limit that for a lot of people, it's just like, you know, oh, shit, I got to go through the story. I got to make sure I save this person and this person. I got to make sure I go do this thing. And you don't have time to do it all unless you're on a very, very, very strict program, in which I still don't think you can do everything. So that's one of the points of contention for both longtime fans who love it and people who may be a little newer to the franchise, or even if you were a big fan, you may not have liked it. I wasn't a huge fan at the time of myself. I understood vibe was there and I just tried to adjust with it. But I always preferred the other modes they added in the later games, which would let you just go out there and do everything you needed to do without a timer. Because now I get to explore the world. Now I get to go and find all those other things without having to worry about the military coming in and destroying everything. I get to go and experience the game. But if they do return with the timer, I wouldn't be mad at it. It's for long-term fans, people who are big fans of the game, the ones who are gonna, whoops, the ones who are gonna buy it, the ones who are actually gonna pay for it, which makes perfect sense. So I get it, man. I get it. But it sounds good on paper. We'll see what happens with the Dead Rising series and franchise. Capcom has been not reinventing, but going back and revisiting a lot of their old games. We saw them reboot the series and give it a breath of fresh air with games like Resident Evil 7, then go back and remaster, 2, 3, 4. And then we also had them go back and make a sequel to Dragon's Dogma, like we said before. Monster Hunter Wilds coming in. So Capcom is pretty much in prime position to do a Dead Rising sequel. Hopefully it's a lot better than 4 was, because I'm gonna be real. 4 was dog shit. I did not enjoy 4. I did not like 4. If you like 4, cool. It was not very good. It was not a very good Dead Rising game. What we say in the last thing, where we were talking about Mass Effect and Dragon Age and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, is that they were probably good games in their own right if separated from the series, but because they were in that verse, like they weren't good Mass Effect games, they weren't good Dragon Age games, not a good Vampire the Masquerade game. That's what I mean when I'm talking about that. But for a game that's doing really well right now and probably won't need a sequel anytime soon, is Arc Raiders. Coming from Embark, the same people who made the finals. So 1 month later, Arc Raiders is still dominating on Steam. And it's officially been 1 month since the release of Embark's hit extraction shooter Arc Raiders, and is still holding its position as one of the Steam's most popular titles. According to SteamDB, Arc Raiders is still one of the Steam's top sellers, most wishlist. Oh god, I can't speak today. Oh no. Most wishlisted titles and most played games over 30 days since its launch. When Arc Raiders was released on October 30th, 2025, it was certainly anticipated, but it's likely few expected it to explode as much as it did. Within a little over a week after its launch, it had already peaked at more active players than Battlefield 6 and wasn't even fazed by the arrival of Call of Duty Black Ops 7 soon after that. And that's because Call of Duty Black Ops 7 was not a good game. But it has proven to be something of a phenomenon, especially considering how niche, though decreasingly so, extraction shooters have been historically. While Steam player counts aren't everything in a cross-platform game like Arc Raiders, they still offer a glimpse into the extent of its popularity. A closer look at it peaks over its first month show that interest has both risen and settled over time. And here are the numbers here. November 16th being its all-time concurrent player peak at 481,000, almost 500,000 players. And then November 23rd dropping to 449,000. But still, like, these numbers are crazy for a new IP. Because Arc Raiders is a brand new IP and an extraction shooter genre. I think that has to be stressed. Which I wish more games and more studios who have money and have resources and have these giant budgets would just make smaller new IPs. According to SteamDB's data, Sunday is Arc Raiders' most popular time to play, with each of its weekly peaks occurring then around, oh god, military time. 20 and 21 UTC beginning on November 2nd, just a few days after its release. Arc Raiders saw its first peak reach 354,836 players on Steam alone, with the following Sunday seeing nearly a 30% increase in that count when it hit 460,000. November 16, 2025 marked the biggest day for Arc Raiders yet, with a peak reach. Well, yeah, we literally just read that. So experience less than a 7% drop and still nearly 27% higher than its first peak. Now, a month out from launch, Arc Raiders is still number 3 in Steam's top sellers, though it could technically count as number 2, right behind Counter-Strike 2, with the top most seller being the Steam Deck. It has also had consistently higher daily player counts than Battlefield 6, reaching a daily average of about 367,000 players versus Battlefield 6's daily average of around 220,000. And considering why people are still playing Arc Raiders as well as what is yet to come for the game, those numbers could continue to rise even beyond the peak they've already received. Or achieved. God, I can't read. So the reason that Embark's extraction shooter is still holding players' attention a month later after launch is because its core loop has proven to be satisfying. Even after multiple repeats, Arc Raiders' physics-driven feedback, tangible atmosphere, iconic audio design, solo matchmaking, and accessibility uncommon for the genre have all contributed to its long-term popularity. There's also plenty to do in the game thanks to its live service structure, like completing quests, preparing for Arc Raiders' Expedition Wipe on December 21st, participating in live events, ranking up in trials, and completing the Raider deck for free cosmetics and Raider tokens to spend in the store. Even though some players have already completed most of all of these things, Arc Raiders still has more to come. It's just around the corner. Arc Raiders is far from through, leaving its footprint on Steam's top charts too. So it's possible to retain its position among the most notable titles on the platform. Arriving very soon is its Cold Snap update, which is scheduled to add a host of new content to the game. A new snow-themed map, limited time event called Flickering Flames, new quests, new raider deck. Needless to say, players should have plenty of fresh reasons to jump back in soon. Furthermore, Embark's long-term vision for the extraction shooter extends far beyond 2025, as the studio has confirmed ongoing content additions well into 2026. They'll fix seasonal model, but updates released once they're ready. In other words, it appears Arc Raiders' month-long Steam domination may only be the beginning. Yeah, they said they had a 10-year plan for this game. I don't know if the game will be around that long, but hey, you know, they have one. They do indeed have one. Let's see what else we can get into here. Speaking of more games that have been doing well, let's talk about Silksong. So now that Silksong has been out for almost 3 months, what's next for Team Cherry? So Hollow Knight Silksong developer Team Cherry has hinted that its next game may not take place in the Hollow Knight universe. The small Australian team has only released 2 games so far, but both have been massive hits. While fans may already be craving a sequel to Hollow Knight Silksong, it seems like the developer's third game may go in a different direction entirely. There was an 8-year wait between the first Hollow Knight and its sequel, so it could be a while before Team Cherry releases another full game. Still, that hasn't stopped fans from speculating what a third Hollow Knight game could look like, with players theorizing about both possible themes and gameplay mechanics. If such a game ever does come out, new information from Team Cherry makes it sound like it won't come anytime soon. Yeah, one of the biggest reasons they said Hollow Knight took so long is because they just could not stop working on the game. As crazy as that is to believe, it didn't take this long for any reasons where they had to like fix the game or something broke. No, they just couldn't stop making things. They were having too much fun making stuff for the games and they could not stop working on it. And 7 to 8 years later, here we are. Crazy. But in an interview with Bloomberg, Team Cherry co-founders Ari Gibson and William Pellin commented that they'd like to go beyond the world of Hollow Knight in future games. While the team is currently working on Silksong DLC, Gibson said developers don't want to be exclusively people that make Hollow Knight. Neither Gibson nor Pellin offer specifics, but they did say there are other non-Hollow Knight games they plan to make. That makes it seem as if Team Cherry already has some ideas for future titles, though the studio has a reputation for being quiet about what it has in store after Silksong's long silent developer cycle. Gibson also elaborated the studio's future games may still have some familiar elements, even if they're not Hollow Knight titles. More specifically, he said exploring vast worlds and taking on imposing bosses will likely still be a part of the core gameplay experience. However, the team would also like to experiment with different themes and genres. The studio isn't abandoning its core franchise altogether either. Gibson reiterated the developers still do love the series, and Team Cherry has commented on the possibility of a third Hollow Knight game, saying it could happen, but it wouldn't be a true sequel. So maybe a game just set in a Hollow Knight world. Whatever comes down the pipeline for Team Cherry, it has a high bar to meet. The first Hollow Knight has become a modern classic in many fans' eyes, and Silksong became the highest rated game of all time for a moment shortly after its release. There will likely be a wait before Team Cherry reveals anything about a new project, but the developer is far from done. So that's good to hear. It's nice to hear that they're not going to sit here and milk the franchise like some developers might do. They might make a Hollow Knight 3, 4, 5, 6 now. They're currently working on new IPs, different things. They already admitted that after the first Hollow Knight, that was enough for them to just retire and never make another game again. So Silksong just adds on to that. And the fact that they're still making more games just goes to show you they're not just in it for the money. It's nice, but it's not the sole reason why they do things. Speaking of another passionate studio, though, let's talk about The Witcher. CD Projekt Red is apparently working on The Witcher 4, 5, and 6. Well, they're working on The Witcher 4 right now. But The Witcher 4, 5, and 6 are still targeting an incredibly ambitious launch window. So The Witcher 4, 5, and 6 remain on track to release within a 6-year span. CD Projekt Red has confirmed the award-winning developer has thus reiterated an aggressive launch window for the first floated years ago. Shortly after The Witcher 4 and its 2 sequels are confirmed to be happening. The plan dates back to October 2022, 7 months following CD Projekt Red's first teaser for the new Witcher RPG saga. At the time, the studio announced that it intended to follow up its critically acclaimed trilogy with another trio of games centered not on Geralt, but on a different protagonist, later revealed to be an older Ciri. 2 additional details were shared. The first installment was codenamed Project Polaris, and an entire Unreal Engine 5 powered trilogy was planned to release over just 6 years. An unusually short timeline for such an ambitious undertaking in modern game development. Now, when I hear that, I'm trying to think, because if they're releasing it over 6 years, does that mean they're going to work on each game and then just drop them one after the other? Like, are we going to get one Witcher game for 2 years and then 2 years later get another one and then 2 years get the other one? I mean, there would have to be like a 2-year gap in between each game, right? Just to give them enough room between each other. Because The Witcher 3 was a great RPG. People were still talking about that game to this day. But what type of release window are they going to go with to make sure that these games don't cannibalize each other? Is it just going to be yearly releases? Or how are they exactly going to do this? Because it's a trilogy again. And how much development time are they giving each game in between each other, you know? Is that going to impact the quality heavily? Because this is crazy. But during a late November 2025 earnings call for the publication of the company's financial report, CD Projekt Red co-CEO Michael Nowakowski was asked for a status update on the new saga's ambitious launch timeframe. Our plan still is to launch the whole trilogy within a 6-year period. Although he did not narrow down a potential release window of the first trilogy entry, the fact that The Witcher 4 entered full-scale production in November 2024 makes a late 2027 debut a realistic possibility, especially given CD Projekt Red's recent overhaul of its development pipeline to emphasize longer pre-production phases and shorter production cycles. This shift, combined with the industry's current average AAA development timeline of around 5 years, further supports the feasibility of that target. Yeah, so like would they finish one game and storyboard and cover all the different phases each game is going to go to? The only thing that makes me like wonder about this is if you run into any issues at all that like big or major throw off the entire timeline, what will you do? Granted, they could just delay the game and be like, we can't reach the timeline, but this is like a crazy promise to make. Oh, here it is. The Witcher 4 and 5 are planning to get about 3 years of active development each. Now, Nowakowski acknowledged that the current timeline is going to require CD Projekt Red to shift things in a higher gear once The Witcher 4 hits the market. Yes, that would mean we plan to have a shorter development time between The Witcher 4 and The Witcher 5, between The Witcher 5 and The Witcher 6, and so on. According to the studio's earlier statements, its plan to expedite sequel development depends on fully establishing its Unreal Engine 5 production pipeline with The Witcher 4, enabling faster iteration. This approach will primarily involve reusing processes and assets. Additional efficiencies, such as partial map reuse, remain possible but have not been confirmed or even suggested in any capacity. I guess it would be closer to God of War going into God of War Ragnarok. Where a lot of people were really mad they were using a lot of the same animations, but I'm like, it's the same world, same characters. The other game, it wasn't just drastically different from the first game. It's not like there was a huge development gap between God of War and God of War Ragnarok. Was there? Am I misremembering? What was the release date of God of War? God of War 2018, and then God of War Ragnarok came out when? 2022. So like less than 6 years later, less than 5 years later, about 4 years. Yo, what's up, Anton? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you popping in. We're just covering some more gaming news and stuff like that. Hope you're doing well. Oof. Let me see here what else we got. So apparently CD Projekt Red really has its hands full right now. CD Projekt Red's latest earnings report also provided an update on Cyberpunk 2077 sequel, revealing that the game will not launch before 2028 at the earliest. As a joint project between the company's New Boston studio and its Polish headquarters, and in light of Nowakowski's recent comments about the sequel appears most likely to release between The Witcher 4 and The Witcher 5. This estimated timing aligns with the potential release of the Witcher multiplayer spin-off codenamed Project Sirius, which was rebooted in early 2023 at CD Projekt Red's second Boston studio. The Molasses Flood? The studio was fully absorbed by its parent company in April 2025 and no longer operates as a separate corporate entity, although work on Project Sirius continues. I'm waiting for the next Far Cry. Oh, man. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Hopefully Ubisoft is still around by then to release another Far Cry game. Let's see here. So these are like the release periods they may or may not be aiming for, right? So we got The Witcher 4 between 2027 and 2028, codenamed Polaris. the Cyberpunk sequel, codenamed Orion, between 2028 to 2029. And none of this has been like fully confirmed or hard set. They're just saying like these are the dates that they won't happen before any of these dates. But I guess these are release period people are going with that would make sense. So the Witcher multiplayer spin-off, codenamed Sirius 2028-2030. The Witcher 1 remake, which I forgot about, Canis Majoris 2029 to 2030. The Witcher 5 2030 to 2031. The Witcher 6 2033 to 2034. And an original IP sometime in the 2030s. But separately, CD Projekt Red continues overseeing work on the Witcher 1 remake, codenamed Canis Majoris, which was still in the concept phase of Polish indie studio Fool's Theory as of early 2025. The same goes for Project Hadar and a new original IP that the studio first confirmed as part of its long-term plans in October 2022. Given CD Projekt Red's current slate and lack of a dedicated Hadar team, the project appears unlikely to release before the 2030s unless the company significantly expands its developmental capacity, which would most likely involve opening or acquiring more studios. I will say, Anton, what would you like to see from a new Far Cry game? And do you play The Witcher? Like, are you excited about any of these? Because I know me, like, I played The Witcher 3, I played 2, I played 1. So the concept of 4 really excites me personally. And with Far Cry, I would hope that Ubisoft would do something different to drastically change the open world formula they've been going with. Because Far Cry 3 is one of their greatest games. But I also like the older Assassin's Creed games that before they were impacted by Far Cry 3, like Brotherhood 2, even a little bit of 3, but I mainly prefer 4 over 3. And a few others, like the Ezio trilogy is great. But I don't know, man. All the games and stuff they've been putting out lately, even the Prince of Persia side scrollers that were good, they just decided not to promote. Just really worries me about the company, man. Really worries me. But speaking about something that's worrying, the AI slop hose comes to Let It Die as its surprise sequel reveals voices, music, and graphics were shaped by AI. They openly admitted that AI-generated content has been used and then edited by their team. And that's a shame. Let It Die Inferno, the surprise sequel to the weirdo 2016 roguelike Let It Die, has a little announcement to make. AI-generated content has been used and then edited by our team for certain parts of the in-game voices, music, and graphics. That's per the game's AI-generated content disclosure that recently popped up on Steam. The disclosure indicates that AI has seeped into a fair chunk of the game, touching background, signboard textures, record illustrations, infocast videos, as well as voices and music, which is a real bummer if you ask me. The original Let It Die isn't exactly a beloved classic, but it's a strange and unique thing, like so much that comes out of Goichi Suda's Grasshopper Manufacture Studio. A very human game, then a testament to the powers of a voice actor Jennifer English so recently called Our Beautiful Creative Human Brains. And Let It Die Inferno isn't a Grasshopper Manufacture product, mind you. Its sole development studio is Super Trick Games, which is kind of a rump state of the original Grasshopper Manufacture. Simply put, once upon a time, a Grasshopper Manufacturer that was owned by Gung Ho split into 2 companies. The current Grasshopper, which took the name along with Suda himself and operated independently of Gung Ho, and Super Trick, which retained a bunch of the original Grasshopper staff and stuck with its original parent company. Oh yeah, fair. Anyway, to be excruciatingly fair, the notice doesn't say how much AI-generated material has wormed its way into those aspects of the game, but it certainly seems pretty pervasive, I should say, based on the areas named. We'll find out for certain when the game releases on December 4th, but either way, I'm sad to see a game with a distinctive style fall under the sway of AI's regurgitated content slayer. Unfortunate. Just unfortunate. I played a lot of the games too. If I remember correctly, Grasshopper Manufacturer. I want to say, yeah, this is a series that made No More Heroes, Killer 7, Shadows of the Damned, Lollipop Chainsaw. Like, their games are great. Let It Die, the first one I enjoyed. I think they even tried to make a multiplayer version. Wasn't the greatest, but it was fun. Michigan Report from Hell. Like, they have a lot of games here. They didn't need to do this. Unfortunately. I think at this point, AI is becoming more and more of an inevitability for a lot of developers, unfortunately. But I just hope it doesn't get to the point. Well, it's getting to the point now where it's costing people their jobs, right? But I hope it doesn't get to the point where a whole entire studio just convert to the. I can't even say that because we've gotten to that point already. Hey. I just hope more and more people use as little as possible of AI, or at the very least, I prefer none at all. Like absolutely none at all. But we're here. This is where we are, sadly. But I will say, if you don't want companies to use this, you don't want to have every game using AI, vote with your wallet. Don't buy it. Don't support it. And they'll get the message eventually. That all being said, that's gonna do it for our gaming news today. Today was a little lighter of a day. That I'm already behind, so I want to play some more Ninja Gaiden. Want to get into that. Want to talk some more about the game itself because I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's been a really dope time. But I hope you guys came around away from that learning something. A little more informed. Okay, let's see here. Where is it? Gotta make these changes. All right. Let me boot up the game. I need to buy a new bottle for this. The cap just came off the back. Jesus. Okay. Where is my library? Ninja Gaiden. Okay, here we go. Just gotta wait for the game to boot up. Run this program. Okay. This game's been mad fun. I haven't touched it in quite some time though, so I'm definitely gonna be rusty. We'll be okay though. We'll be okay. I hope. I forgot how to play already. That's all right.
Found some new work, if you're interested.
The song is still so fire.
Giacomo, that was a
I'm fine.
Glad to hear.
What?
Oh yeah, we already talked about this. Let's set these missions so we get some money.
Ready for a round or two.
Fatal Flash. Oh. Definitely want that.
If you want to test it out, if you've got it down, that's all that matters.
Jesus, that costs so much.
So, are Umi and Misaki pulling their weight?
No problems. Misaki's escorting the priestess to the shrine in the inner sanctum.
Okay.
You sure it's a good idea to leave him alone with her? I mean, come on. You know as well as I do that he's no ninja. He's the intellectual type.
Oh,
Know what I mean?
he's got no faith.
Might be risky is all I'm saying.
I'll get to the shrine first and take care of the demon. He won't be doing much fighting.
If you say so.
Fair though. Don't want somebody getting killed. Yeah, I pretty much saw that coming. I tried to jump to avoid it. Oh my god. He's dodging all my attacks. Jesus. I'll never get over how brutal this game is. Okay, that's the way to go. Is there anything else back here that I may have missed? Nah, okay. Life elixir, alright. Oh, he died. I didn't think that was gonna be enough to kill him. Nice. There's definitely gotta be something up here, right? If they're pushing me away this way. Yep. On the chest. Okay, and that's where you fell from. Ooh, how do I get back up there? It's the same way you did the first time. But the shrine used to be a nice place before all these bloodthirsty demons came in here. Jesus, he just got drilled. What are these green flames on the ground? Man, really just tried to snake me like that.
It's quiet.
Oh, so now we're just getting jumped like this?
Something doesn't feel right. Don't let your guard down, Yakumo. She's right. This area could be ripe with murderous spirits. Yeah, right.
I just cut his legs off immediately. Oh my goodness. That's gotta be a horrible way to go. Gotta be a horrible way to go. I get back getting drilled like that cannot feel good. Where are we going? Oops. Okay, I'm going the right way. I need to make sure I'm going the wrong way. Cool. What's back here? Oh my god. Oh, they're both dead. All right. That happened so fast. They're giving me a lot of potions. There must be like a boss I'm about to come up on. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to run up the rock. There we go. Ooh, I'm going the right way. Oh, because I'm locked onto this thing? Carried me all the way over there. He just sat there and let me charge up. What's back here? Makes me want to play more games like this. Oh. I didn't even know y'all were in here. I tried to dodge. I got caught in the animation. I have to remember that too. If you're stuck swinging, you cannot immediately dodge. Where we're going backwards, right? Oh no. Apparently this is also where we needed to go.
No, stop! Leave me alone!
Who are you? Oh, you know what? I probably accepted a quest. Ooh. I forgot the parry button. Alright.
You little...
Keep forgetting he just doesn't care. Ooh, it's too slow on the actual parry. So that attack he does afterwards is guaranteed. I keep trying to time him for the parry too.
I don't stand a chance against this freak! I'm out of here!
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I find bosses like that a lot harder than like the mainline bosses. I keep thinking he's gonna do something crazy or at least some hidden attack, and he just does the same thing over and over again. Oh, whoops. Let's just go this way now. That's where we just came from to get here. Definitely some demonic going on the other side of this door. Housekeeping. Oh, yep, here we go. Bloodthirsty demons. They're dodging all my attacks. The amount of chests I'm finding is actually kind of crazy. It's like I could just sense it. Oh, let me stop. They actually don't hide them that well. It's not like they put them super out the way either. Oops, I forgot to run on the wall. To be listen, everybody, all risks you take aren't good ones. All right. That hurt. Oh my goodness. Keep forgetting those explode. That hit me. It's a Tengu statue. Well, it was a Tengu statue.
Perhaps teach him the proper way to move the statues?
I mean, he's the blasphemer. It's not like we're in any trouble. You'd never catch me desecrating a sacred monument like that, but whatever.
Ooh. Yeah, those sharp rocks look like they hurt. Wrong button. Oh, he didn't see me. Whoops. He didn't see me either? They must have been just rocking out and jamming to the music. My apologies.
Look who it is.
I want both of these, but I guess I'll get this one first.
Want to give it a shot? Confident, huh?
If you want the dodge attacks. I guess I'll get this too for consecutive blocking just in case I can't parry at that point in time. I do like that this game decides to give you defensive tools to use.
See you around.
Wait,
You might be. The grind never stops.
Eagle Claw. Oh my god. Eagle Dive. I guess I'll go with this one. Just because I shouldn't be in the middle of everyone if I'm using a weapon like that anyway.
Nice work out there.
And this mission.
Job's all done. You're good at this.
Thank you.
See you later, Yakumo.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Guess I'll take this one.
If you want to test it out. Confident, huh?
So I feel sorry for the sucker who crosses you next. Ooh. These guys are tearing me up. I missed. Unfortunate. It's like I heard him and I hit him and then they just dodge out the way. I can't see. Oh, can we open this door too? Probably not. Oh, they were just pointing me in the right direction. We really can't open this door, huh? Okay. He's running. Jesus. I need one more for the Zuna job. Oh, he's dead. Dead as hell. Oh my god. The thing is, I'm trying to do this, and that attack doesn't go directly where your actual lock-on is at. It only goes where you're facing. So I keep whiffing it. The sliding makes me miss Titanfall.
This sanctum used to be dedicated to the worship of the Tengu spirits.
I suppose as a priestess you would be knowledgeable about the area.
Now that you mention it, what does the Dark Dragon Priestess even do? You seem to know more about our clan's prophecy than we do.
The priestesses are the chosen protectors of the Dark Dragon. At least
Just sneak behind this one over here.
before his corruption. Ever since the Dark Dragon was sealed away, the priestesses have served as a vessel to house its soul. This gives us the power to
Why can't I drop in this hole?
should he ever be set free. The burden of bearing the soul has been passed down for generations. Long story short, my job is to safeguard the Dark Dragon's soul inside my body.
Enough talk. Moving ahead.
That's some pretty important exposition. I don't think you'd want to miss that, but again, our main character is edgy. Are there holes over on this roof too? Oh, those are like hellhounds or something. At least that's what I would equate them to. I think I'm accidentally doing this the stealth way. Guess those are all the people I would have ran into if I just went in through the front door like that. It's nice to know that there's another way in there. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, I'm supposed to use this. Hold on. Oh, no. Shouldn't have waited. Shouldn't have waited. Jesus. Oh, wow. Oh, if you keep ringing it, you get attacked. Is there a cultural disconnect that I just don't know about when it comes to ringing the bell multiple times? Like, is it bad luck? Oh, I didn't think he would just be able to jump and leap like that. I wonder what happens if we keep ringing it. That's what I was going for. There's the other chest. Okay. Ashen pipe. Empower bloodbath kills. Okay, okay. Smoking pipe decorated with a jewel as red as blood. All right. Okay. Grants each weapon signature attack a chance to trigger bloodbath kills even when not in a berserk state, but nullifies all berserk gauge buildup. Ah, I can't do that. All right, that's enough.
You might be ready to learn this.
I think we'll go with this one.
If you want to test it out. Confident to see you around.
Good to see you, Yakumo.
What mission did we do? Oh, defeat 50 Demians.
Job's all done.
I'm just kind of in it for the love of the game at this point. Oh, mission added. Defeat 20 Tengu. I wish I would have had that one earlier.
Thank you. Pleasure doing business with ya. Pleasure doing business with ya. All right.
Oh, okay.
Bridge is out.
Nothing the dragonfly glider can't handle, no doubt.
Just make sure you don't miss the
Something's shooting at me. Ooh.
pretty nasty fall.
Oh. Okay, that's what we're doing? This what we're doing? I got anti-air capabilities now? That was supposed to be an assassination. I guess he saw me at the last second. With the dodge up. I meant to dodge that too. Oh no. Alright. So we gotta take care of you first. Oh my god. There you are. Come on down, sir. Who's behind me? He's just gonna stay up here? Maybe if it would have came down, he wouldn't have died that badly. They just came back from there, so. Gotta be one of those things that were shooting at me on a different side. Cause this only shows up when enemies are nearby. can't get anyone to survive long enough to do an Azuna job. Oh no. Swear every time I use the rejuvenation elixir, I get another one. Oop, almost fell. Ooh! Oh! All right. Oh, I just barely missed. Oh, that would have been so dirty of them. Oh my god. That is like horrifying if you're someone who has scared of, if you're someone who's scared of heights. It's not a place where you want to be. Is this game good? I haven't seen much of it, but I hear good things. What's up, Megalog? It's really good to see you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. If you're someone who likes action games, if you played any of the old Ninja Gaidens, even like something like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, Devil May Cry, this will be right up your alley. But don't expect like a deep, thoughtful, meaningful story. You're here for the action, the violence, the boss battles, the enemy types, the weapons, the combos. As long as you're understanding that's what you're here for, you're gonna have a great time with the game. But it's a straightforward story. You're here to kill something and then anything that works with it. I will say the optimization on the PC side. Ooh. Yo, Mega, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. I should have been telling people that the subs have text-to-speech now on them too, but I didn't want to sound greedy like I was like promoting people to sub. I appreciate that. 4 months is great. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. But yeah, nah, man, it's definitely good to have you here. I hope everything's been doing well on your end. Doing well. I hope everything's been going well on your end. I can't speak today. I gotta remind myself never to go to bed like super late before I do a stream because my vocabulary is all over the place today. I'm not finishing sentences. I'm over here like halfway thinking things and not finishing them either. Just all bad. Just all bad. Right now, I've just been trying to make some improvements over time as far as streaming goes, just with everything that I have going on here. I think lighting is the last thing, because I have a light diffuser coming in Wednesday, so hopefully if that arrives early enough, I'll be able to install that, put that on, and you guys notice the camera quality change too. But yeah, Devil May Cry, any hack and slash action game, if you're just looking for something short and sweet, especially if you're busy, this is one of the games we've been asking people for, because like, yeah, in between an Expedition 33, in between like maybe a Hollow Knight or a any like big mainline game that you're putting in maybe 50, 60, 80, even like 40 or 30 hours sometimes is a bit much. Like, this is just a straightforward kill 'em all action game. Go in, kill people, go to the next level, rinse, repeat. And then there's a training mode too, so you can try out different moves and different styles to figure out what type of gameplay you want to have going forward, and just go forward with that. Going ultra wide now? Yeah. That's why we have the whole things like above and below. You know, even some things with this camera, because this camera has tracking capabilities too that I just haven't been using. Like right now, if I, you know, do all that, I normally just don't go anywhere, so I normally don't have it on. But this camera has been able to do that the whole time. You know, whenever I want to zoom in or do something like that. I've been thinking about getting a second one, but I don't know. It's gotta make sense. I'm not the type of person who wants to like buy something just to have it. But if I did have a second camera, maybe like when I'm playing Tekken or something, have it like in the top right hand corner up there, and then have it to where it'll be like a full shot of my hands, so you guys can see my inputs. But then I have to get used to like playing on a desk, so you guys can actually see it. I don't know, just some thoughts, some ideas. But I've just been trying to increase production value just to make people's viewing experiences better and work in my audio. Like, I spent like, I think I want to say 4 hours, not 4 hours, I want to say a good 8 to 10 on audio last time, just recently. Granted, you guys may not notice a difference, but just trying to make some small improvements, some changes here and there, just to push the needle forward a little bit. I was want to say I might start doing that with like emotes and other stuff too. I like the ones I have now, but I think they could be a little better. Biggest thing I'm trying to do currently is come up with a content creation pipeline, because I've been making YouTube videos and stuff too. So the gaming news segments I do, I try to convert them to videos as quickly as possible.
You still have a bit of a climb ahead of you.
Let me blow my nose. Like, if there's a big announcement made last week, I don't want to make it a week later.
Perhaps we can take a short break soon.
No time for that. Pick up the pace. Let's go.
Here, I thought that priestess get up would slow her down.
My bad, I didn't even realize you guys could hear that. I thought my noise gate was up. It was not. But yeah, definitely, like, I'll add them down below so people can get an idea of what I use. Just so you guys see what camera it is, what equipment it is. Maybe like a other panel, like titled other specs or something like that. Okay. But it's been really interesting. I've been doing a lot of research and discovering a lot of things. Oh, can I knock him off the side of the map? Yeah, there we go. He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 4. So the whole thing with lighting, where you're trying to find out, okay, what position the light should be in away from your face to give you like type of like shadow effect on the other side, but also make sure you're properly illuminated. Seeing how high it should be in relative position to my camera, I've lowered my monitor and adjusted it so I'm not constantly getting blasted in the face. I've moved the light back. I recently got some new ones in the ceiling up here to give that blue light effect for the background here to increase the depth of the shot above the posters and everything that I have in the background too. Getting a new shelf, so I had to research shelves. And then you guys haven't seen it, but if I go up here, those lights in the back have been here for quite some time too, so that increases, you know, the overall color of the room. So like that lights my back essentially. So without me having to buy like another pair of crazy expensive lights, we just have those wall panels that illuminate the room naturally. And this camera I would show you guys, but you're gonna get flash banged if I do. Not camera, but this light, I'll like put that in the description somewhere maybe. But it's a newer light, so I guess I can give you guys a quick idea. I'm not gonna go super far into detail on anything, but just to show you the light, just in case anybody wants a new light, because it's very small and you can get it for a lot cheaper than an Elgato key light, and this thing does RGB and a bunch of other lighting settings and stuff like that too. This is what it looks like. This is the light I have now. Granted, it's not the cheapest. You can probably find it on a deal in other places, and you wouldn't need this one specifically. This is just the one I use because it has compatibility with the Stream Deck. Like you can control it from either your phone or your PC. And there's a brightness here, brightness settings, CCT settings, like other things that you may want or may need. Plus it's a lot smaller. My last light I had was huge. This one, it just clamps to your desk. And I have this sitting over my monitor that's next to my ultra wide. So like this size here, this is the size. I don't recommend like having a light blast and get your face like this unless you're gonna diffuse it, because it can actually blind you. I was playing Ninja Gaiden before and some other games too. I was playing Ghost of Yotei on lethal mode. So my last light that I had, which is more akin to a studio light that you would see in a on a film set, was giant. It was blasting in my face and it made it hard to see. Plus when I was playing on lethal, you get hit once or twice, you die. So it just made it super frustrating. It was super hard to see, and I did not enjoy that process of playing through that game. But it has RGB settings and stuff, like I said before. It has different ways of controlling it. You can adjust it and tilt it up and down, 360 degree rotation. It's great. I actually really do like this light, and it's a lot smaller. So if you're working with a limited setup, I'd recommend anybody seeking better lighting to look into something like this. Not saying you have to buy this one specifically, because there are budget options, but if you're someone like me who knows you were gonna either get something smaller and upgrade to this later, hey, why not, right? If you have the money and opportunity, of course, and you stream, because you don't need this. You can get like a different type of light and be fine. I only got this type of light because I'm chasing a specific look, and I had the money. Trying to Mega, trying to. But yeah, I always want to tell people like stuff I'm using or stuff I'm interested in, or like other stuff that other people may have used that works for them. Because I don't know if you had an opportunity to catch a lot of J.Deep's woodworking streams, Mega, but he's been making stuff, and his production value now is fantastic. It's been such a joy to watch him work with that wood. Pause.
You must.
But like I take notes of what other people are doing that I find cool or interesting, or that I might be able to take and like work on my own thing. Like a lot of other streamers, like I watch a lot of different people and see what they do, and I'm like, can I do anything like that, or can I implement it in my own way? Because I never just want to steal an idea for someone. And I always give people credit and stuff too. Anyway.
Nice work out there.
Oh yeah, Boom too. Boom style of TikToks. I asked him like, hey, I was like, yo, can you like show me how you do this? And he was kind enough to actually take the time out to show me, because you have other streamers like, I'm not telling you how to do that shit. Go figure it out for yourself. Like it's been such a joy and such a pleasure to see these people grow. Oh hey, speak of the devil. Hey, right back at you, Jay. We were literally just talking about you and your setup, like you and Boom setups, and how you guys been increasing. Tony too. Like I just look at so many people in the group, and I'm just like, yo, Like, it is really dope seeing what everybody is doing and how everybody is growing, man. Because look, not everybody would be able to do that. Not everybody can do that.
Be safe out there.
Not everybody would care too to do something like that. Like, I enjoy their streams and I have a good time watching them, and quite a few other people too. Because not just them, but you'll catch people who are like smaller than them or bigger, who will do certain things that you may like, or you might notice some bigger streamers have some horrible habits that you're like, oh yeah, I would never do that. So it's just one of those things where I try to take any type of knowledge or information from any source. Because I've seen some things where I'm like, man, this person's stream layout, like with their chat and the camera, like, it's good. And I would love to do that, but I can't, because it just doesn't fit what I'm trying to do in my mode. And that's another thing too. You got to be aware of what works for you and what doesn't. You're upgrading your PC setup, you're not sure you have time to stream anytime soon, just not enough hours in a day. I feel that. I feel that. We were just talking about that earlier when it comes to improving life and the different things little by little. I tell people, not everybody after working like a 12-hour, a 16-hour, even an 8-hour or 4-hour job may not even feel like streaming. A lot of people are camera shy. A lot of people don't want to speak in public. Oh, what y'all got going on in here?
Another demon! This one feels...
And I was just saying, other times I don't feel like speaking to people sometimes. I don't feel like turning on the camera.
And of course.
But I always feel better after I do, so for me it's a little different for some people. I parried, but I didn't get the punish. Not that. I think I saw Ricky fight this boss. Stop shooting me. That just has to be the first phase, right? But yeah, oh! I didn't even get a chance. Well, I got a chance to breathe. A little second to breathe. He doesn't look very happy to see me. Yeah, I don't understand the parrying in this game. Apparently there's some input delay and lag for some of it. Oh! 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 Oh my god! Oh my god, what is that? What is that? Oh wait! Let's talk using our feelings and not our weapons. Okay, he's gotta... Man. This one's gotta feel like the fight Sukuna and Jujutsu Kaisen. There are just things cutting me that I can't see. Don't run! Okay, maybe you should run. Blocking is illegal. Only I'm allowed to block. I'm stealing my turn. I thought I parried. Exactly why I got the skill. Close the distance on characters like you. But yeah, Mega, if you're trying to get that Devil May Cry itch, definitely be the game for you. Oh my god. Oh, I just got the Berserk state. I hate it here because it's gonna go away before the next person I fight. That was fun. You're gonna have a blast. Never been on a cruise before. Let me know how it goes. Oh yeah, you guys talk about the cruise. Yeah. Let me know how that is, man. Definitely want to go next year for sure. Is there anything else around here I need to grab? I'll take my 1 a day for men vitamins. And drink my 5-hour energy. Yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. You get different side quests and stuff too to level up quicker and get different things as well. So they keep it simple but effective. If you like Ninja Gaiden, plus it's one of the last games Tomonobu Itagaki worked on, which was the director of Ninja Gaiden and the creator of Dead or Alive, before he passed this year, which is just truly unfortunate. But he's the one who took Ninja Gaiden out of the 2D era into the 3D era. He's the one who made the franchise what it is to this day. Beforehand, you know, it was kind of like, okay, it was kind of cool. But he's the one who made that full transition into action game, high octane violence. Like he did that. He did that.
Don't blame me once you find out you've cursed your family for generations.
We'll be fine.
The narrator. He was not fine. B rank, greater ninja, okay. I think we got a triple S rank one time. Do you have to have played the other games to enjoy this one? Nah, definitely not. I haven't played every Ninja Gaiden game. In fact, it's probably a little better if you haven't played every other one because you won't be as attached to Ryu Hayabusa and the main characters. This one feels like, gameplay wise, it's still a return to form. It's still a great game. It's still a wonderful, dope action game. But story and character wise, it definitely feels like you don't have to have played the other ones to enjoy this one. So you won't be locked out of anything. You won't have to know the previous turn of events. They do a pretty good job of explaining what is here. It's just not the most engaging story I've ever played. It's there to get you from A to B. Which isn't a bad thing. It's actually a nice change of pace when the game decides to keep something simple. Not every game has to be like Oscar bait. But yeah, like I said before, if you're someone who hasn't played any other ones, even still, I think there's something here for you because it's a dope action game. It's a great action game.
To land.
Got it. I'll update your travel route.
Pretty much what you're seeing is what you're getting. The only thing that's gonna change between you watching somebody play this game and actually playing this game is the feeling of you putting people to the sword yourself. Because it feels really good. All right. Oh! I need y'all to give me some room. He's got no legs. This makes me wish I played Bayonetta. That's one of the games I unfortunately didn't get a chance to experience. Because there are some games where you can watch a video, you can look at the gameplay, but still nothing really compares to you playing it. Which is why if I ever give my opinion on the game I never played, I always tell people take it with a grain of salt because I didn't touch it myself, and I normally don't give an opinion on the game if I didn't play it. I'll tell you what other people have said about it,
That weapon you...
but I always tell people it's not for me.
No kidding. I'm just surprised it works with Bloodbind ninjutsu.
Fascinating, isn't it? Weapons of such a caliber are quite the rarity these days. Bloodbind ninjutsu simply channels the
Which is crazy because I didn't know how much of a problem that actually was.
form. Theoretically possible with
Like when Elden Ring was out, a lot of streamers were getting backseat gained by a bunch of people who only watched a playthrough of YouTubers.
fine art so quickly.
Case in point, one of them was talking about an area in the game where they're like, oh yeah, this area is like only 30 minutes long. That streamer was there for like 2 to 6 hours
First place.
because that was one of the biggest areas in the game.
We don't know.
And that person was like, oh, I watched the playthrough on YouTube, and they just, the thought that a person would cut a video down to make it a more pleasant viewing experience just didn't come into their head. Because they didn't play the game themselves.
Mission complete. Nice work.
Oops, did not mean to go into photo mode. This game also has a photo mode for people who are into that.
Work.
But this music, this song right here is my favorite out the soundtrack. This, I just, any excuse I have to listen to that, I'll take it every time. I don't have anything else here. Okay. Oh. All right. I'm trying to cut them, but they're dodging out of the way. Jesus. Are you still alive? I thought he was still alive after that.
Giacomo, you're getting close to the shrine. Keep moving.
Oh, I forgot you could just straight up decapitate people with that. Guess he's different from the other ones. It's also got parry and perfect dodges if you couldn't already tell. Oh, you're dead. You're dead. Oh my goodness, I almost got the Izuna drop. I got hit in the air though. Oh. They don't want to let me be great.
The wind has gotten quite strong, hasn't it?
Lose our footing and we'll be flying down the mountain too.
Oh wait, that's not where I'm supposed to go. I was about to go right off the map. But then what was this for? Just a way to get off the ground and stop getting hit? Wait, hold on. Got check on Lil Mega. Oh, gotcha. What Mega? Hope Lil Mega's okay. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Just in case I don't see you again. I started stream mad late today. So my time's a little shorter, but it was nice having you here. Hope everything is well on your end, as I said before. Hope to see you again.
To it.
I'm over here going in circles. Man, I don't need this. I was just here. Unless I killed all the tingle I needed to, right? Yeah.
Down for some spark. give it a shot. Oh, too good for practice, huh? That feels
Actually, let's talk to him.
it is.
I do like talking to the NPCs though.
How's the priestess? She still seem on the level?
Fine, so far. She's good at getting on my nerves.
That's so.
What?
Oh, thought you had thicker skin is all. Enough about that. Now go on and get rid of that demon already.
Definitely feels like there's a demon trying to stop me. Something. Oh, they both just died. Okay, nothing down there. Save myself the trouble having to fight that man. I hope he's dead. I think that was pretty much the most efficient way to use that. I could have been a little better. I just cut off his wing so he just had to fall. Ah, I didn't time it right. Here's the Izuna job, okay. Do the attack! Thank you. It kept locking me on and off because I wasn't pressing it at the same time. Imagine if I had no health and died there because of that. That would have been sad. Oops. Oh, you're done. You're dead. Goodness. But this is really good for building the bar you need for the berserk meter. Oh my god, he survived that initial rush. They're healing us a lot.
Work out there. Pleasure doing business with ya.
You're always so serious, Yakumo. You never complain, always do what you're told.
It's not my place to complain. The mission is everything.
The mission is the only code a Raven Ninja follows.
The mission? Huh?
As descendants of the Dark Dragon, the Raven clan has spent its existence taking on the unpleasant work others wouldn't dirty their hands with. Abduction, thievery, assassination. There's no good or evil. No questioning the mission. Toiling to perfect our craft in the shadow of the noble Hayabusa clan. That is the way of the Raven.
That sounds like it sucks.
You really need to learn when to shut up.
Oh, perhaps I disclosed too much?
Gonna be honest, being a ninja sounds pretty depressing.
Yeah?
Not cut out for it, clearly.
All finished. Sending payment your way.
Ooh, we're grinding. I guess he got lazy and didn't want to fly up because he definitely had wings. Oh, they're both dead. Nice. Probably not what you want to say after cutting someone's torso in half. It's just such a rewarding feeling, though. Oh, wait a minute. That's illegal. We're getting a new weapon skill. Guess we're just gonna grab it. I think each weapon has its own currency for weapon skills, right? If not, I'm gonna be extremely sad I just bought that. Oof. Yeah, that's my first playthrough. I'm only playing on normal. Don't know if I'll do a second just because there's so many games out, but this is a game I could see if I was really into it, playing through it again. Like Devil May Cry 5 I played through a few times, but I really like Devil May Cry. And the game wasn't super duper long. Don't run. Oh, I trusted the process and the process didn't trust me. Okay. I went backwards. That's all right. You know, these things happen in life sometimes. Sometimes you go off the beaten path, you trip, you fall, but you back up. If you don't jump off a cliff, that is. These things happen.
Nice work out there. See you later.
One day you're sitting there chilling with your family, the next moment you're fighting a bunch of bloodthirsty demons in the woods. We don't always choose our path in life, but you gotta take the good with the bad, you know? Were you truly spotted in stealth if everybody who was there to witness you being there is dead? There's also an option to tune down the gore and dismemberment if it gets to be a bit much for some people, which I found interesting. I parried the projectile? Didn't even know you could do that. I can't get around him because he's blocking. Never mind, he got impatient and decided to try and punish me. Oops. Oops. This must be the least covert ninja I've ever seen. That's the craziest part to me about this too. These ninjas are grinding rails. They got all these different weapons, all these different like projectiles. They're fighting all these enemies at once. I'm like, there's nothing stealthy about this. Everybody knows who you are too as a ninja. Like, see that thing trying to ambush me? That was stealth. Unfortunately for him, I'm not bad at video games, so I was able to immediately bury him.
Looks like a ravine up ahead.
Ow, ow.
Like glider to get across.
Understood.
Goodness gracious. Also, have y'all been watching It Welcome to Derry? That show's been great. I just saw, I want to say 2 or 3 episodes last night. I think I'm on episode 6 now. I think there's a total of 7 out. There's a lot going on in that show, man. Definitely say if you hated clowns before, do not watch that show. But I also like it because it's one of those horror shows that are actually scary. So many of them just aren't and don't capture the same atmosphere as if it was a movie. This one does. You know, I don't have to put up with this. Never got past the start, but my company worked on a VFX for some of those episodes. We're pretty proud of what we did. Really, Mega? That's cool. Love that for you guys. Yeah, tell them it's horrifying, man. Whatever they did, keep doing it. If you guys are still working on it, because that was, oh my god. I'm a big fan of like practical effects, but anytime a company can do VFX and make them look good or make them look practical, that's fine by me too. Yo, Tony, brother, how you doing? As you can see, we're just getting a little, we're doing everything not stealthily. We're finding a bunch of demons in the woods. Just, you know, just an average every regular show episode. That's gotta be painful. Give me 1 second. After I finish fading up your friend, you're next. All right, now it's your turn. Let's just get you off the map. Football as well. How's the quarry been for you, bro? Oh, what is this? Somehow I grabbed him through the enemy's torso. That's what I needed. Thank you. Oh, he's poisoned. The floor is lava. I'm not going over there. Okay, now I'm going over there. I have too many potions already. At least you get money for potions you already have. But now I've been trying to watch like different shows and different genres and stuff. I've been watching. It's funny. I've been watching a weird mix of things. I've been watching Godfather of Harlem and It Welcome to Derry. Oh no, y'all not about to jump me like this. Goodness gracious. Ow. Oh, he's dead. You know what? I'm not dealing with this. I should have saved it. How did I make his legs explode? One of these should have those potions in here, right? Y'all gotta die. I need to make that charge of time faster. The music definitely does not match what is happening right now. It's like all nice and tranquil. People are dying. Oh my god. The camera can't keep up. Trying to destroy this box, just see if there's anything in it. Nope.
Once you're past here, you'll be right next to the shrine.
We're just about to arrive as well.
Got it.
Dang it.
Nice work.
Oh, it still goes down? I thought I would freeze it.
Be safe out.
Oh well. Where's the bird? I hear it, but I don't see it. Oh, it's right here.
Nice work.
Oh no.
See you later.
Down for some sparring?
I don't think I am. 36 bands. I don't have that.
I feel so.
I'm gonna hope I didn't need that to fight this boss. The level design is nice. Definitely does things for scale with my mind. Where I'm like, oh, if we hit a rock here, we really are cooked. Oh, you're both getting hit? Kind of. Jesus, his feet are everywhere. Do I have to do this? No, but I really want to. This is a crazy animation. Oh! I didn't mean to do that. This poor person doesn't deserve this. I missed too. I guess I was right. They really didn't deserve it. It was a misclick if I've ever seen one. Oh, wait. Oh. I missed the chest. Can I go back? I wanted to see if I can get that chest before we cross over here. Yeah, I see it over there. How did I get that? Oh well. Oh, we just have to go back. Well, that hurts. There's a representation of hurt people hurting people. I'm getting an item ganked. I missed the combo. He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. It had to be done though. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Can I learn a new skill yet?
Cool.
No.
What do you need?
Might as well buy a potion or two.
Thank you. Pleasure doing business with ya. Be safe out there.
Oh my god, I want that. Basically turns my sword into a Beyblade. That's not good, that's not good. Just to watch your jet meme all over again. Oh.
More demons. I'll take them out.
So many of them.
It's the poison one.
In fact, we're right outside the shrine.
I'm being way too careless. Oh my god. I'm getting skewered. Please die. Thank you. Man's just gonna keep blocking, so I might as well. I was taking a big risk there. I didn't think he'd be able to hit me. The man could not catch a break that entire time. I guess he's just saying no to the damage. I gotta have some for like anti-venom or poison, right? Yeah. No, but we'll increase the attack though. Oh. We're just gonna do this. It's dangerous. This man is gonna be reincarnated as a worm if he keeps destroying all these monuments like this. Is there a chest here? God. Am I stuck? Oh no! might be stuck. There's no way. Hold on. Okay, cool. We're free. We're free. That would have been tragic.
Must be this way.
The god of the mountain is probably waiting for you. And he'll be extra mad now that you broke all those statues.
Whatever.
The god of the mountain? You couldn't have said this earlier? Oh, that's the end of the chapter? Hey, we got an A. Head ninja. Okage even. What's up, Wolf? Appreciate you popping in. If this next thing is a boss fight, then I'll keep playing. If not, we'll probably have to call it there. How's streaming? Pretty good, pretty good. I ended up having to... I put up some new lights, so I ended up being a little late. By a little late, I mean 30 minutes late.
Here we are.
It's fine, though. It's alright.
The demon guarding the shrine should be close by. Get ready for a fight, Yakumo.
These things happen. So we're starting off the chapter with a boss fight, huh?
Good to see it. Alright, back to it.
Oh, Yumi has some new dialogue.
Good to see it.
Some new missions, maybe? Nice, love that for you.
Made it to the second shrine.
Yeah.
When we broke the first seal, a part of the Dark Dragon was released and rose up into the sky. I suspect that after dealing with this next shrine, the sealed piece of the Dark Dragon will do the same and reunite with its husk yet again.
It's coming back to life. One piece at a time.
What'll happen to Tokyo once the dragon is fully revived?
They'll probably get nuked, I don't know.
If we don't act fast, Tokyo will be the least of our worries. The entire world would be in peril.
We can't let that happen.
We won't. I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission. My duty as a Raven Ninja.
My ninja way. What's down here? Oh, it's one of these rooms. It's purgatory. Okay. These are always fun. Until they're not. Purgatory commences. Oh, the orb disappeared already? Okay, did not know that. Poison's gonna really do a number on me if I'm not careful. Stop my rush. I didn't want to do that immediately. I just activated it. Crazy. Guess I pressed it twice instead of once. There we go. There's so much happening. Like actually focus. Get him out of here. Okay. Cool. There's a lot. It's really just the poison enemies that are spawning on the floor that really do a lot for that for me there. There's a lot happening. Alright, so now we'll fight the boss.
Nice work.
Thank you, thank you. Let me see if there's anything I can get skill-wise before we do that. I don't think so. I think the last couple skills we want from him are expensive.
You getting the hang of fighting those demons?
Easy enough. But there seem to be more of them since we broke the first seal.
There will be more.
That's what you get when you try to revive the Dark Dragon. You realize how big a target you put on your back, right? Anyone looking in from the outside think you're some kind of evil maniac. But that's how it's always been for the Raven clan. We do what needs to be done, no matter what the world thinks.
I like how supportive they are of him.
He always complains about our reputation for pecking out the trash. But that ain't the whole picture. The world's a damn mess. We're just cleaning it up the best we can. Lots of people out there that'd be dead if it weren't for us. We do good work here. No matter what anyone says. Don't ever forget that.
It's actually good advice. Well, not advice, but
Nice work.
really nice thing to say.
Pleasure doing business with ya. All right, back to it.
I didn't initially intend on buying that many, but might as well. Eagle Claw. I want that. Alright, this has got to be the boss area, yeah? Oh Lord. That must be the god of the mountain. The bells are jet engines? Wait, now it's a wolf? Okay, so it has multiple forms?
Behold, the god of Fuhaku Sanctum.
he'll die all the same.
Oh my god, he's so edgy. Oh, there's these tornadoes. Whew. What was that?
Respond.
I just got hit by it. I don't know. It's like he all of a sudden sped up and started taking the fight seriously. I guess he stopped holding back. Okay.
Behold, the god of Buhaku Sanctum, guardian of this shrine.
God or not, he'll die all the same.
Okay, now the tornadoes come in. I'm just trying to see how long these things last. All right, got an opportunity to attack here. Pressing the advantage. Oh, that hurt. That's where my health has been going. Okay. Trying to parry these. Ooh. I don't feel too good. Tornadoes again? You shouldn't have. I'm sorry? Where is he going?
It's too quick! Ziri, what do we do?
I don't know. Maybe Yakumo could try flying too.
That could work.
Where is he? Oh. I wasted my whole entire berserk state because he started flying. Maybe not such a good idea? Oh no. Okay, so that's when we fly. Oh my god. I gotta figure out how to fight him when he's like this. Okay. Alright, so what do we do now? Just go back, fight him regularly? Ooh. Looking more tornadoes coming up. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to smack him, he just keeps hitting me. Oh my god. I'm not sure how to hit him when he's like this. I guess we just have to wait. And then attack him when he's on the ground. I actually have to change up high play. Okay. And then we come back down. Okay. Oh wait, you can't parry that. He's turning himself into a Beyblade. Oof. I guess it's going slightly better now. I wish I would have thought about this before, you know, this all happened. Ow. You just slapped me in the back of the neck. Man, hit me with the I like it cut, G. That's illegal. Did he stop his charge short? He did. Yeah. Oh, we beat him. I thought that was another phase. Please don't get up again. All right. Oh yeah. Ooh, new weapon. Oh, so we're gonna get a different weapon every time we beat a new boss?
My support back there, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome. Now, let's get to it, shall we?
Crazy outfit they gave her.
Whenever you're ready.
I hope it's a heavy weapon. It looks like one. Oh, this works. That can't be good.
Storm. The dragon's power is building.
Who did that? Ryu.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Hayabusa? The legendary super ninja? What's he doing here?
That's so, dude.
Whatever your clan is plotting.
Oh god.
Ends here.
Oh, no words.
No more running, Sayori.
Oh, wait a second. I wasn't ready for this. Oh, no. He's gonna ore farm on me. Wait. Let's use our words. Let's use our words. Please. I have a family.
Saori. I'll be fine. Ryu wouldn't hurt me.
Get out of the way, Sayori.
Please, don't kill him. The whole world's at stake.
They got away. Want us to track him down?
I'll handle it.
If you say so. Hard to survive a fall from this height anyway.
All right. 10-minute chapter, not bad, not bad. So right now we're 7 chapters in. I think we'll call it there and then just pick it up once we come back. Just because I still have to work today. That all being said, oops, ads. Did not mean for those on the Twitch side to get hit with ads. I do apologize about that. To be fair, we were warned. We were warned. Unfortunate. What was I gonna say? Thank you guys so much for coming in, chiming in, hanging out. I really, really do appreciate it. Whether it's YouTube or Twitch, really means a lot. Really thankful for you guys being here. I do want to say shout outs to Wolf, Jesus. I appreciate that. Mega, Rayvon, Tony, Anton, Gino. Appreciate you guys being here, and those of you on YouTube as well. Really appreciate you guys being here. We'll be back again Wednesday. More Ninja Gaiden 4, more gaming news. So if you guys missed the gaming news, don't worry about it. We are gonna be converting that into a video. If I can edit out all my stutters, that should be posted within the next day or two, if everything goes well. If not, get to it when I get to it, unfortunately. That all being said, hopefully you guys are, what's the word for it? Taking it a little bit of a time. If you're currently in a space in life where you may be unhappy or may feel like you should be doing more, whether that's maybe going to bed at a reasonable hour, getting up a little earlier, getting to work a little more on time consistently, whether it's getting to that one project you finally want to get to, drawing, exercise, whatever it may be. I hope that you're able to do things a little better than you've been doing them currently, and that you finally eventually become the person that you want to be. You know, the vision or goal that you have for yourself in your head, or whether it be doing something or whether it's just being the type of person you want to be. A little kinder. Maybe you might want to stand up for yourself a little more often. Whatever it is that you may be or may want to do, I hope that it is that you're getting around to doing it, even if it's little by little, piece by piece. Because no matter what it is, if you're still moving forward 5 inches a day, that over the course of like a year or two, a few months, a few days, or maybe you're even able to fast track your progress. Whatever it is maybe, as long as you're moving in that direction over time, you'll get to where you need to be. You just got to stay consistent. That all being said, if you're on Twitch, stick around for the raid. If you're on YouTube, stick around for the outro. I typed in YouTube instead of Twitch. I want to see who's live, so we're going to be raiding. If anybody is live. Well, Snap Dana's live, so I'll get to return the favor to her for raiding us not too long ago. She seems to be playing Lakeside Bar. Looks to be like it's a little bit of one of those cozy tycoon games. If y'all could go through, show her some love, would highly appreciate that. They're dope people. They're cool. They're fun to watch. Would highly appreciate that. But yeah, I'm over here taking up too much time. Hope you guys have a wonderful day and a night. You're all wonderful people. I'll see you guys Wednesday.